RBN Radio.
For the mayor of New York to keep these schools open, especially the schools in Brooklyn and Queens, which are like quote unquote the new hot zones.
I think. Go ahead, Rod.
No.
I think to keep the schools open, I think you should close them. For the simple fact that this next wave is about to get crazy, so people might as well just enjoy themselves now, because if they thought the first one was bad, this second one is going to be ridiculous because people just don't know how to keep their fucking mask on or stay away from each other. There's no social distance anywhere you look at. You know what I'm saying? No matter if you in a store and they have stickers on the floor that say social distance, you got a motherfucker on your ass. So as far as the schools, yeah, I think they should keep them closed. You know what I'm saying? It's hard, like I said before, it's hard for the kids to keep a scarf on or some gloves or their jacket closed. So you got teachers that's still getting sick, you know what I'm saying? And people are still, they just not taking it serious. And I'd be damned if my kid gets sick because another parent want to listen. It's not happening. So I think that keeping the schools open, I think it's stupid. My son ain't going back.
They should keep like maybe the high schools open, but not the like elementary.
Keep them motherfuckers away from me. The high schools, they just as bad.
Yeah, they don't like wearing masks. Some teenagers.
But they know to keep their mask on. Like a 3-year-old, 4-year-old don't know to do that though.
I mean, I see parents out here now with their kids, and they just be strolling the street with their kids with no mask on. They have the whole family with mask on except the baby in the stroller or the little baby that's walking. You feel what I'm saying? So it doesn't even matter. Like the high school kids, they not going. You tell them, yo, can you put your mask on, please? They're gonna curse you out. You're gonna wind up getting into an argument. You feel what I'm saying? So I mean, it doesn't even matter. Nobody is gonna pay attention on keeping their mask on. People got health issues. They feel like they don't want to keep their mask on. You know what I'm saying? They feel like it's stopping them from breathing. So people got all types of excuses on why they don't want to keep their mask on. So it's keeping the schools open is stupid because it's going to keep spreading. No matter what you keep open, it's going to keep spreading. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about the situation.
I feel like De Blasio is like one of the worst mayors we ever had. I feel like he's a good person, but I think he's a terrible mayor. And I feel like he's like the opposite of Giuliani. I felt like Giuliani cleaned up New York like crazy, but he's a terrible person. So if you take Giuliani's policy and you take De Blasio's personality, they will make the perfect mayor. But they're both lacking what the other one had.
Everybody go lack everywhere in this department.
No, don't do that. I feel like as much as they made fun of Bloomberg, I thought he was dope. Like I felt like Bloomberg was doing the job because he actually cared about New York. Because it's not like y'all was paying him. Motherfucker got $1 a month. My daughter get a bigger allowance than that.
I mean,
and he cleaned that shit up. Like look at us. We grew up in the Bronx. Yo, it used to be nothing but prostitutes on Hunts Point. Juliana cleaned that whole shit up, bro.
Everything that was vacant in the Bronx is actually taken now. You know what I'm saying? They actually putting buildings and establishments everywhere in the Bronx. Even in Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? In the Bronx, this shit was like vacant. You see street dogs, cats, you know what I'm saying? Bandit buildings. I ain't seen a stray dog in the streets in years. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely cleaned up certain parts. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like in for us, this politics shit is not for us. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not going to affect, I feel like it's just not going to affect us in our neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying?
Well, but that's the big issue though. Like us feeling like that make us not want to vote, AKA then we don't have these politicians paying attention to what they're supposed to pay attention to because they don't really care about us because they're like, yo, they're not going to vote anyway. Or if they do vote, they focus on the president and keep it pushing. Whereas your local, sorry, I'm over here multitasking with the game. Your local elections is more important than the presidential election because that's what affects you directly. Like money that's going to your schools, money that's being allocated to your local police officers, like Like that's the shit that affects you the most.
But how many
Yeah.
people is actually? How many people is getting affected by it for real though? Like, you know what I'm saying? People have a reason to feel like that because some people feel like ain't nothing being changed in their area. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why we should be in those ballots. Like
I
why
agree.
the ballots is out is nothing but a bunch of old white men. Like like more of us should be on the ballots.
We should
I
be
agree.
on that. I agree with that. I totally agree with you on that one. But my thing is, listen, there's ways around everything. Keep them goddamn schools open. Send them teachers back in them goddamn buildings and send these kids back in the buildings because what's happening is, like I said before, I think about 2 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, it's becoming a hustle now for these teachers and these kids is getting lackadaisical. You feel what I'm saying? Put their ass back in class, find a way to get, even though I'm somewhat against the testing because I don't want that long ass tube going in their nose to their brain or whatever the fuck it's going, like that shit hurt.
It ain't
So I
that
don't
bad.
want that happening.
It ain't that bad. It's a second thing. It ain't that bad.
All right, well, for a little kid, it is.
Bro, I
Yeah,
just
bro.
got it done 2 days ago. It wasn't that bad. It literally takes like 10 seconds. Not
All
even.
right, well, all right, cool. Thanks for clearing that up. So if it's like that, so we do the testing, right? We do the testing. Let them, you know what I mean? All praises. They be negative, and then we take their temperature every day. You know what I'm saying? If they catch a cold or something, they stay their ass home. But just blatantly, like, keeping them home, that shit is not cool.
See, the thing
Because
is,
a lot of parents can't afford for their kids to stay home because
That's
a lot
a
of
fact,
parents
too.
go to them work and they gotta go to work, fam.
Yeah,
How the hell
that-
you gonna keep your eye on your child and they all gotta work? That ain't cool.
I agree.
And with
I
the
agree on
teachers,
that.
and what the teachers is, they getting lazy because they're used to being home. All of a sudden, your punk ass is scared to stay home now. When we done dealt with the measles, the flu, all this other shit. Now you scared to go back. You're only scared because you getting paid. Like I said before, if Blasio or Cuomo say, "Yo, y'all motherfuckers don't get paid unless y'all go back in that building," it'll be a different story.
but the
So
thing
I think it's all a hustle. You feel what I'm saying? Put your kids back in school. You all right. We done been through shit before. We know how to handle this shit. Like, don't be gassed because of the media killing y'all and all that. Listen, if you have prehistory with sickness and shit like that, whatever, then you know how to take care of yourself. If you don't, then you fucked up. Learn how to take care of yourself. Learn how to do this and that, and you good. Put these kids back in fucking school, man.
listen, the
You
teachers.
sounding like Trump right now.
Thank you. I swear to God, you are so smart. You sound crazy, bro. Like the teachers union, first of all, was trying to get, especially in New York, they was trying to get these people to start working on what their plan was from April. They ain't do shit until about August, a couple of weeks before school start. No, you're supposed to be working on a plan to reopen schools for months. You had until we closed down the city in April to think about how to reopen the school if you wanted to reopen the school.
Okay, all right. Hold on real quick. Let me explain something to you, my G. I'm an essential worker. Nutty, you are essential worker. What's the difference between us and them, nigga? There were people face to face and all that. So you mean to tell me y'all can't deal with kids, but me and nurses and police and et cetera, deal with people every day? You don't cut that shit out, man, and get your ass to work.
Let me tell you the biggest difference. They're working with kids, bro. So
I don't give a fuck. Take their ass to work.
we all
Your
know
ass
kids
to
don't
work,
wash their hands properly. So if a kid is not washing their hands, and guess what? 9 out of 10, grandma is picking up that kid from school. So if the kid catches corona, he or she gonna be all right. Grandma that's about 70, 80, grandma not gonna make it, bro. So little by little, we all gonna be losing granny.
I'm so
But they
glad you said
can't. You
that.
gotta teach him to do that. They
I'm
That's
so
a fact.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let y'all go. Go ahead. I can't wait
If
to
you got a
go.
child, if you got a child that's being picked up by their grandmother, their grandfather, and they know what's going on in the world, they gotta be listen. Here's hand sanitizer. Here's a mask. You know what I'm saying? You gotta walk with an extra mask. I keep 3-4 masks in my bag. You feel what I'm saying? Just in case I lose one.
How old are you versus a 6-year-old a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old.
But like she said, like Indira said, we have to teach them. This is an era right now where you got to learn how to keep a mask on like you know how to tie your shoe. You got to keep a mask on like you know how to brush your teeth. This is what's going on right now. It's fucked up.
You know what? My daughter not knowing how to tie her shoe properly isn't going to kill my mother. But her not knowing how to wash her hands properly might kill my mother. That's the biggest
No, but I used to work in a school in Queens, and every day the kids had to come and hit the hand sanitizer. Before they went to lunch, they went to the bathroom. When they came for lunch, they hit the hand sanitizer. And we made sure they did that. It became routine. And then they only 3 years old and 4 years old, and they did it. So you have to teach them. And the parents have to teach them too.
Okay, I'm gonna piggyback off of you. Right there, what you just said. Nutty and Bugs and whoever else. Have you seen these fucking classrooms, what they doing? Bro, before you enter the school, bro, they're taking your temperature. Once you get in the class, you're washing your hands, bro. And you're keeping, if you don't have masks there, they're telling parents to bring extra hand sanitizer and masks and so forth, bro. They're not playing. You can't even play with other kids. Kids got their own little sessions where they go in playrooms and all that. I got a son that's 4 and I got a son that's 13. These teachers are not playing, bro. So all that you saying, you getting sick, you gotta be kidding me, son. These motherfuckers is not playing, bro. They got hit, they got all kind of shit in them classrooms, bro. They fucking right now.
My son only has 3. He only has, for one of his classes, his math class, he only has 3 kids in his class. And there's no walk in the hallways. You feel what I'm saying? They separated in the class, and it's only 3 of them. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't no getting up to go, where you going? Sit your behind down, I'll get it. You feel what I'm saying? It's no rooming. But at the end of the day, people is looking at it like, how long is it gonna last?